Oh, good, we're good to go. Awesome. Let me just get everything set up here. God damn it, I hate myself. I got the fucking mozzarella. God damn it, I hate myself. I got the fucking mozzarella song stuck in my head from JoJo. I just need to escape JoJo like one time. That's like all I need. Hmm. That's good. Okay. Let me just... Oops. Let's see. Okay, wait, actually, let me just do that so I can zoom it back. Okay. Ugh, I keep getting these damn Google sponsored ads that. I'm still getting used to this mouse. I got a new mouse. It works great, by the way. My good friend Shane gave me this Razer mouse. He got the newer model, so he didn't have any need for this older model. So he gave it to me, and I fucking love it. So shout out to you, Shane. Still getting used to it, though. Oh my god, Google! I need to get these ads off. I don't care about the ads. But yeah, shout out to you, Shane. I fucking love that mouse. So, hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to Cryptocast, your source for all things cryptid-related, unknown, and paranormal. I'm your host, Parker, and welcome back to another Cryptocast live stream. Now, I know a lot of you guys have probably been wondering, where the fuck have you been? And I'm going to get into that here. So, let me see. I haven't done a stream for about a week. Well, actually, it's been about a week. Because my parents, they went on vacation, right? They went on vacation. They got back from Bermuda about a week from yesterday. So I haven't done a stream really in about 2 weeks. So I'm so sorry, guys. But my parents got back from Bermuda and they went on a cruise and everything. So I originally planned to do a stream last Saturday. Well, actually, I was gonna. No, actually, while they were gone, I had to take care of all the animals and everything. So that surprisingly, that was actually really, really tiring because we have a lot of animals. So I had to take care of all the pets and everything. And then Friday night, I just wanted to relax. So I took a day off from that to go do a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. I haven't done one in a while, and I thought it would be fun. It was fun. And then Saturday, they came home last Saturday, so I just want to spend some time with them, which is why there was no stream last Saturday. And then I was originally going to plan it on Sunday, but I told them, I said, hey, let me sleep in because I'm tired from this week. And I slept in until 3 o'clock, and I just didn't feel like doing a stream that day. So it was just kind of like a relaxing weekend. And now I would have done a stream Friday, but I had work on Friday. And then yesterday, I went to go celebrate my cousin's 30th birthday at a pub. So happy birthday, Matt. If you're watching this, it was a great party. It was good to see you and good to see everyone. So it was a good party. So today was like really the only day that I was free to do a live stream. So after this, it should be back to normal. It depends because I recently just got like a newer job, so I'm gonna have to see if the job will interfere with the stream schedule. If not, I may have to make Sundays the norm again. Because I know for a fact, like, I'm off every Sunday, so. Just kind of one of the things about a new job, so, we'll see how that goes. But I get paid a bit more, and it's not seasonal, so I love the food truck. I really do. The food truck, the people in there are great. The customers are great. I'm still gonna do it every now and then when I can. I just kind of need something that was more, I don't know, more like long that I can actually do. And I get paid $9.50 an hour now at this new place, so I figured, I might as well just kind of move on a little bit, just try to find a new place that I can do. So. So, we'll see how that goes. I just need to send this link out. Okay, let me just send this out. Where's that chat? They changed the profile picture in this one chat like every day, and I'm just like, what did I join? So, yeah, so pretty much that explains where I've been for a while. Just, I've been really busy. Kind of stressed out about everything, so I just needed like a week-long break or something. So I'm back though, so I should be doing live streams more often. Next week I have been wanting to do a live stream with a guest, so I'm gonna have to message them and see if and when they are available and want to do the stream, because they want to join me, because somebody messaged me, one of my friends in the server, excuse me, and she said, hey, you should do a live stream about haunted roads. And I'm like, oh, that sounds like a good idea. And then she's like, I kind of want to do a podcast to myself at some point to see if I like it. And I'm like, you know what, you can come on as a guest on my show sometime, and you can see how you like it. So I'm going to see when she's available and see if she'd like to come on this show. She said she would at some point, so maybe next week. If not, I'll think of something else. And one last thing before we get started here. I was thinking about doing, I've been wanting to do one of these for a while. I've been wanting to make an ARG or an ARG, which is what some people call it. And if you don't know what an ARG is, it is an alternate reality game. It's sort of like it's a game that takes place like in real life. It's sort of like a story almost. Like one of the more popular, like two of the most popular ones being Dear David and The Sun Vanished, and they're interactive with the community and everything, and it's like a scenario that's going on and everything, and people interact with each other and try to figure out, like, solve like the mystery, what's going on and everything. And I've been thinking about, I've been wanting to do one of those for a while because I've kind of gotten into those again. So if anybody has like any ARG suggestions for me, or actually wants to help out with the ARG and all that stuff, my contact info will be in the link in the description below after this video gets uploaded onto YouTube. So yeah, feel free to help me out with that, because I would love to do an ARG. It's just been something really cool that I have been wanting to do for a while. So yeah, so there's that, and yeah, I've just been crazy busy, so I apologize for not being on here in about a week, but it should be normal again. Well, until I figure out my new job schedule. But well, what else? I was gonna say one more thing. Oh yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the Area 51 raid video that I did that I did the other day. Also, I'm glad nobody got hurt at the Area 51 raid. I mean, it just seemed like a nice time for everybody. They just kind of went there, stood outside the gates. They had small talk and fun times with the guards, and it just seemed like an overall positive thing. So I'm glad. So I just want to say, like, thank you to the guards for, like, obviously being, like, really chill about the whole thing, and for I just want to thank the people there for actually just, like, respecting the privacy that goes on in Area 51 and actually not bursting in there. And I'm just glad nobody got hurt is what I'm trying to say, and everybody had a good, fun, happy time there. So yeah, I'm happy for that. So without further ado, guys, we're going to get started here officially with Cryptids of the Philippines. Now, there's actually a lot of cryptids in the Philippines, and I've been wanting to do a stream about them for actually a little while. I was going to do them last week, but then again, like I said, got busy with, like, parents coming back from vacation, me being, like, really exhausted from that week. So hey, Steph, how are you? So we're going to be doing Cryptids of the Philippines tonight. So actually, believe it or not, one of my favorite cryptids is from the Philippines, and I'll point that out when we get to her later on. But right now, let's get started, actually. Now, let's see. Oh my god, that's huge. Well, actually, that hides my face, and it looks better than me. We have, like, the same hairstyle, though, you know? Like, compare that to me. Well, actually, no, his hair is kind of more like I don't know. It's like weird. His hair's like, I can't do it. I can't part my hair. But no, he has like the weird, I don't know. Close enough. But let me shrink this guy down. This one's name is very, very hard to pronounce. Oh, actually, it's not too bad, but you know, it is called the Amongo. Amamongo. Oh, Amamon. A Mamongo. A Mamongo. A Mamongo. So the Imamongo is a creature of the Philippines, and is described as a hairy man-sized ape with long nails, and the term may have roots in the Hiligaynon word amo, which means ape or monkey. So, if you guys can already tell, this is essentially the Philippine version of the Bigfoot, and it's like you don't really hear about Bigfoot with like long nails being like their distinguishing feature, but for this one, it actually seems like this is like the distinguishing feature. Also, kind of getting, I'm going to get a little sidetracked here, guys. I hope you guys like my new little setup right here. Ignore that shit like way over there. That's my dad's shit model and stuff that he's working on. But I hope you guys like my new setup and everything. We have this. These patches should be back maybe in the merch store fairly soon. I'm not sure. I don't know if we sold out of them or not, but the one guy making them, he's trying to work them on them on his own and everything. So without getting a company involved. So I don't know. I'll have to talk to him about that, but they should be back sometime soon. My one friend made that little Mothman right there. So shout out to you, Jonathan. And then little Bigfoot sticker, Jackalope, the abominable snowman from Rudolph. And then we got this little guy right here. So, yeah. So, there was actually... So, back to the Amongo. I just wanted to see if you guys like my new setup and everything. So, there's actually an accident involving the Amongo. And it says terrors gripping residents of haciendas in Brigis, Sagang. It's just a town. It's just a town. Philippines following the reported existence of a man-sized creature who recently attacked 2 residents and disemboweled animals in the area. I assume with the long fingernails. Ilias Galvez and Salvador Aguilar reported to Mayor Alberto Nicor and the police that they were separately attacked by a hairy creature with long nails on the nights of June 9th and 10th of 2008 in Kabungbungan, Brigisangla, Hacienda, Philippines. Aguilar, who was able to escape from the creature, was treated at La Castella Emergency Clinic for scratches on different parts of his body. Police said Galvez, on the other hand, who was also attacked by the creature, was rescued by his companions. Nicor told the Daily Star. It sounds like I'm saying a bad word, guys, but I promise his name is Nicor. I promise I am not saying a bad word. Yeah, we don't actually tolerate racism on Cryptocast, so promise you, I'm not saying a bad word. Brigsang residents described the creature to be about 5 feet and 4 inches tall, which is honestly pretty small for a Bigfoot. Like here, you usually report them being like 8 feet tall, and this one's only like 5'4". So I'm taller than this creature. Keep that in mind. I'm 6 foot, so I'm 6 inches taller than this guy. So keep that in mind. And looks like a monkey. Sagan Rigi Captain Rudy Torres has confirmed reports of the existence of such creature called the Amamongo, or the gorilla, by residents. The creature has also allegedly victimized chickens and a goat who ate their intestines. Nice. In May 2008, Torres said the creature usually strikes where there are no barangay tandos, which is village guards or the parliamentary elements around. He called on barangay residents to be vigilant, especially during the nighttime. People have not been roaming around the barangay at night since the attacks at Galvez and Aguilar, Nicor said. Barangay residents should put out a bait to capture the creature, Nicor suggested. Saying in La Castella is located at the foot of Mount Canleon, which has many caves. The creature could be hiding in one of these caves, said Nicor. So it is a large ape-like creature that is, I don't know, that's believed to be terrorizing this part of the Philippines. And like I said, it's shorter than most Bigfoot. Like in the US and Canada, the Bigfoot that we see here, they're like I said, 6 to 8 feet tall, and this one's only 5'4", so it's relatively small, but it has those claws which it uses to tear apart people and animals and anything that it comes across. Pokes holes in all the condoms with its sharp nails and puts them back on the shelves. It's not a nice guy, but it is a really cool creature, and I do like talking about that one. Alright. Now let's see who we have here next. I kind of want to talk about the Tikbaling now. And this is a kind of odd one. Oh, that's a perfect size. So right here, we have the Tikbaling. And yeah, the Tikbaling's kind of a odd one, but it's a good one. It's a good one. So, the Tikbaling is a creature of the Philippine folklore said to lurk in the mountains and forests of the Philippines. It is generally described as a tall, bony humanoid. I accidentally almost misread that as brony, but it's a horse creature, so you never know. With disproportionately long limbs to the point that its knees reach above its head when it squats down. I have big knees. I'm gonna try this. So when I squat, no, I'm not a Tikbaling. I had to do the check. It has the head and feet of an animal, most commonly a horse. It is sometimes believed to be a transformation of an aborted fetus which has been sent to Earth from limbo. That's weird. Okay. But an aborted fetus horseman. Tikbalings are said to scare travelers and lead them astray. Tikbalings play tricks on travelers such that they keep on returning to an arbitrary path no matter how far he goes or where he turns. Supposedly this is counteracted by wearing one's shirt inside out. Okay, I'm safe from the Tikbaling. Another countermeasure is to ask permission out loud to pass by or not to produce too much noise while in the woods, in order not to offend or disturb the Tikbaling. A superstition popular with the Tagalog of Rizal province is that Tikbalings are benevolent guardians of elemental kingdoms. They are usually found standing on the foot of large trees, looking around anyone who dare to bestow malignancy on their kingdom's territory. A common saying has it that rain from a clear sky means may Casal na Tikbaling, Filipino, a Tikbaling is getting married. This is potentially connected with a similar Spanish proverb that claimed a witch was getting married when there was rain on a sunny day. Although many creatures have such sayings with trickster figures getting married, such as foxes, bears, monkeys. According to traditional folklore, the Tikbaling can also transform itself into human form or turn invisible to humans. They like to lead travelers astray. Tikbalings are generally associated with dark, sparsely populated foliage, overgrown areas with legends variously identifying their abode as being beneath bridges, in bamboo or banana groves, and atop kalumpang or balete trees. By one account, a tikbalang has a mane of sharp spines, with the three thickest of these being of particular importance. A person who obtains one of these spines can use them as an ting, which is a talisman, in order to keep the tikbalang as a servant. The tikbalang must first be subdued, however, by leaping onto it and tying it with a specially prepared cord. The would-be tamer must then hang on while the creature flies through the air, fighting madly to dislodge his unwelcome rider until it is exhausted and acknowledges its defeat. So you can allegedly tame a tikbalang, and gosh, this is so uncomfortable inside out. Ugh. So the tikbalang is a pretty odd one, but it's a cool one. My hair got messed up from that. But yeah, so it's allegedly a horseman that could either have come back from limbo or just existed. We don't know, but they can allegedly be tamed, which is what I read there. So you gotta pluck one of the thick hairs, jump on its back and hold on, and then you can make it your servant or whatever you want to do. I don't know. But that is the tikbalang. Now let's get a new one up here. Let's see. Do I want to go with that? Fine, we'll go with it. Oh, that thing's huge. That's everyone's jump scare for the day. Alright. Now, this one is called the Segbin, or it's like a werebeast, essentially. In Philippine mythology, the Segbin is a flesh-eating creature that can kill by a mere touch of its tongue. Yeah, imagine if Gene Simmons was one of these things. He just goes up to you. No, I can't do the kiss tongue thing, but he does that and then touches you with his long tongue while spitting profanities at you, and then you die. Except for their large round ears, it has an ambiguous appearance. People have problems identifying which end is the head and which one is the tail as they run fast either forwards or backwards. Huh, people tell me that all the time. Is that your butt on your is that your butt or is that your face? I don't know. The Segbin attack their victims by jumping on them. Once it licks their victims or at the touch of their tongues in the skin, their victims die instantly and the Segbin proceeds to eat them. People hear the ears of the Segbin flapping as they approach. As a preparation, they carry spices and sharp knives which keep the Segbin off. Yeah, sharp knife would keep me away too. I kind of want, can somebody do me like a fan art of this thing with just like huge ears just like flapping behind it while it's like running or something? Like, I don't know, that's like, yeah, I would love that if somebody could do that for me. But it has a deadly tongue, so if it touches you with your tongue, licks you, like, I don't know, like the Pokemon Hunter or something, you die. So, fun stuff. Don't let this thing give you a BJ. I promise you, it's not going to be fun. Believe me, I know. Actually, no, I don't. Now, this one has a similar name, but it's a different creature. This is called the Sigbin. So, the Sigbin is a creature of Philippine mythology that is said to come out at night and suck the blood of victims from their shadows. It is said to walk backwards with its head lowered between its hind legs and to have the ability to become invisible to other creatures, especially humans. It resembles a hornless goat, but has very large ears which can clap like a pair of hands and a long, flexible tail that can be used as a whip. It said this was a. It could be a Sigbin. I don't know. This was under the picture of Sigbin, and I've always used this one for Sigbin. The Sigbin is said to emit a nauseating odor. It is believed to issue forth from its lair during Holy Week, looking for children that it will kill for their hearts, which it fashions into amulets. Oh, that's nice. According to the legend, there are families known as Sigbinia, those who own Sigbin, whose member possesses the power to command these creatures and are said to keep the Sigbin in jars made of clay. The Asswang are said to keep them as pets. I'll cover the Asswang in a bit. Along with another mythical creature, a bird known as the Whack-Whack, which we probably won't cover that one today in this video, but I know there'll be a part 2 of Creatures of the Philippines, so we'll definitely get around to it. There's speculation that the legend may be based on sightings of an actual animal species that is rarely seen. Based on the description of the Sigbin in popular literature, the animal species might be related to the kangaroo. With the recent discovery in the island of Borneo of the cat fox, a potential new species of carnivore described as having hind legs that are longer than its front legs, it has been possible that reported sightings of Sigbin may actually be sightings of members of the relative of the cat fox species. The myth is popularly known as the Visayas Islands and Mindanao. It is said that it looks like a dog and owned by rich people who hid them in jars. So that's pretty neat. Now if you guys just bear with me just a second, I'm going to actually check how many of these creatures that I have left on here that I need to do. So I'm just going to delete some of them So we did the Tikbaling. We did the Segbin. We did the Sigbin. Have we really only done... And we did the Imamongo, which I will probably post on Tumblr tonight. Alright, let me see how many we have left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, we have 8 more left, guys, and then we should be good for the night. Let's see what I'm going to do now. Let's do the Asswang, since we kind of mentioned it. So, this is the Asswang right here. My mouth feels kind of weird. I need to get a drink after this. I really should just keep water down here. But then again, it's the basement and we have mice, so I don't. Now, the Asswang is probably one of the most popular creatures of Philippine mythology. Excuse me. An Asswang is a cryptid in Filipino folklore. The Asswang is an inherently evil werewolf and vampire-like creature and is the subject of a wide variety of myths and stories. Spanish colonists noted that the Asswang was the most feared among the mythical creatures of the Philippines, even in the 16th century. So, this thing's old. It's been going around for a while. Like the plague. The myth of the or those Peppa Pig memes going around on YouTube, those have been going around probably since the 16th century as well. Like Peppa Pig, she's probably like a fucking immortal being, like a vampire or something. She just drains the life force out of the people that watch her show. I wouldn't be surprised. The myth of the Asswang is well known throughout the Philippines, except in the Ilocos region, which is the only region that does not have an equivalent myth. It is especially popular in the western Visayan regions, such as Capiz, Ilo, Negros, Bohol, Masbate, Aklan, and Tiik. Other regional names for the Asswang include the Tik-Tik, the Whack-Whack, and Sak-Sak, which is the noise it makes when chasing prey. So the Asswang is derived from the Sanskrit word asura, which means demon. So it's no, actually, I believe that TV show Lost Tapes on Animal Planet a while ago did a episode about the Asswang. Sometimes the creature is called the Balbal or Ghoul, which replaces the cadaver with banana trunks after consumption. Oh, that's nice. Asswang stories and definitions vary greatly from region to region and person to person, and no particular set of characteristics can be ascribed to them. However, the term is mostly used interchangeably with the Maganagal, which we will talk about in a minute, which is actually one of my favorite ones, and are usually depicted as female. Aswang is a generic term applied to all types of witches, vampires, Maganagal, shapeshifters, and werebeasts. Aswang stories and definitions vary greatly from region to region and person to person, and no particular set of characteristics can be ascribed to them. However, the term is mostly interchangeable. I just read that. It just repeated itself. So, the wide variety of descriptions in the Aswang stories make it difficult to settle upon a fixed definition of Aswang appearances or activities. However, several common themes that differentiate Aswangs from other mythological creatures do emerge. Aswangs are shapeshifters. Stories recount Aswangs living as regular townspeople. They are quiet, shy, and elusive at night. They're quiet, shy, and elusive. At night, they transform into creatures such as a cat, pig, bird, or most often a dog. They enjoy eating unborn fetuses and small children, favoring livers and hearts. Some have long proboscises, which is, if you don't know what proboscis is, it's that little thing that like a butterfly has on the end of its face that it uses to suck pollen, and there's even vampire butterflies that use it to drink blood, but that's a whole other thing for another day, which they use to suck the children out of their mother's wombs or their homes. Some are so thin that they can hide themselves behind a bamboo post. They are fast and silent. Some make the noise like the tick-tick, the name that was derived from the sound it produces would be like, or something like that. The name was derived from the sound it produces, which are louder the further away the Aswang is, to confuse its potential victim. And the boo-boo, an aggressive kind of Aswang that makes the sound of a laying hen at midnight. They might also replace their live victims or stolen cadavers with doppelgangers made from tree trunks or other plant materials. This facsimile will return to the victim's home only to become sick and die. An Aswang will also have bloodshot eyes, the result of staying up all night searching for houses where wakes are held to steal the bodies. So the kinds of Aswang that we have are the Maganagal, which is a woman who is normal by day and by night detaches her torso and sprouts bat wings and eats unborn fetuses. So we'll talk about that one after this. The Tick-Tick, giant humanoid crows who belong to witches. To stop them, one must remove the crow that is inside of their stomachs. Okay? Wait, is a crow inside the person's stomach or inside the Tick-Tick's stomach? I'll have to look more into that. The Busa resembles a human in appearance and behavior. They are corpse thieves, grave robbers. It dwells in cemeteries, sometimes steals fresh corpses from funerals or tragic accidents like car crashes, etc. Their weakness is salt. The Boo-Boo, Aswang with bloodshot eyes that makes the sound of a laying hen at night. And there is even an Aswang festival on October 29th to the 30th now I see July too. It changes over the course of the years, but there is an Aswang festival held in the Philippines. Hey, your mother, and hey, Lily. Hey, Steph. How are you guys doing tonight? So let's talk about the Maganagal. I need to find its picture because this is one of my favorites. I'll leave it. It's a good size one, and it's my favorite. It deserves to be a big one. All right. The Maganagal is a side creature of the Philippines, an evil man-eating, blood-sucking monster. If you couldn't tell by the picture already. It is described as a hideous, scary, usually female, and is also capable of severing its upper torso and sprouting huge bat-like wings to fly into the night in search of its victims. The name comes from the Tagalog word Tangal, which means to remove or to separate, which is what she does with her body. And the name literally translates to remover or separator in this case, one who separates itself. The name also originates from an expression used for a severed torso. It is said that they mostly prey on sleeping pregnant women using an elongated proboscis-like tongue to suck the hearts or fetuses or the blood of someone who is sleeping. The severed lower torso is left standing and is said to be the more vulnerable of the two halves. Sprinkling salt or smearing crushed garlic or ash on top of the standing torso is fatal to the creature. The upper torso then would not be able to rejoin itself and will die by sunrise. It is known to hide in volcanic caves by day. The Mananegal shares some features with the vampire of Balkan folklore, such as its dislike of garlic and vulnerability to sunlight. The legend of the Mananegal is popular in the Visayan region of the Philippines, especially in the western provinces of Capiz, Iloilo, and Antique. There are varying accounts of the features of the Mananagal, like vampires, Visayan folklore creatures, and aswangs. Mananagals are said to arbor garlic and salt. They were also known to avoid daggers, light, vinegar, spices, and the tail of a stingray, which can be fashioned as a whip. Folklore of similar creatures can be found in the neighboring nations of Indonesia and Malaysia. The province of Capiz is the subject or focus of many Mananagal stories, as with the stories of other types of mythical creatures, such as ghosts, goblins, ghouls, and aswangs. Sightings are purported here, and certain local folk are said to believe in their existence despite modernization. So it's one of my favorites. I saw like a Destination Truth episode, I believe, where they were hunting the Mananagal, and I thought that was so cool. I was like 10 at the time. I'm like, oh, I love this one. It's cool. Do you guys want to talk about a dead baby one? That's the spirit of a dead baby. Oh, Soviet! Hey, how are you? Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming out. Do you guys want to talk about a one that is the spirit of a dead baby? We're going to talk about the spirit of a dead baby now. Just so you know, this picture that I found of it is actually horrifying. Oh, crap, that's actually massive. There we go. So, the Tianak is described as a small, bald-headed goblin. Well, actually, I didn't even introduce this one really. This is called the Tianak, and it's described as a small, bald-headed goblin with sharp teeth, pointed ears, bloodshot eyes, and disproportionate legs. The left leg is shorter than the right. It disguises itself as a baby abandoned in the forest or in the field. It wails loudly to attract a passerby, and when picked up, it sheds its disguise like a snake shedding the skin. A snake. And revealing its true form. It kills the victim by biting and mauling. Various speculations on how TNX came to be range from babies born dead in the forest to the Catholic influence on baptized stillborn infants, and later extended to vengeful murdered infants and aborted fetuses. Let me see. And they are very similar to the Pontianak, which is essentially kind of like the same thing almost, but it has a slight variation to it. So the Pontianak is there are babies who died from like miscarriages and everything, and pregnant women who essentially just miscarriages. Well, this one was just essentially murdered or just left alone to die. So these ones are honestly more vengeful than the other ones. So let's get that cute little baby off the screen and talk about another creature. We got 5 more left to talk about, so we're making good time here. Let's talk about like a zombie sheep, not like a zombie vampire sheep cow hybrid. Okay, let me just shrink that. Okay, this thing's name is hard to pronounce, so I gotta look at this one in order to be able to pronounce it properly. So this is the Manta Ungal. In Philippine mythology, the Manta Ungal is the evil beast known by the Tagbanuas to rip a person to shreds. This legendary monster has both the body and the sound of a cow, but is hornless and has a shaggy coat of hair and gaping, horrifying mouth with a large pair of tusk-like fangs. Oh, hey, shout out Phoenix Griffin. Thanks for commenting on my duck-footed dum-dum video. I appreciate everybody's feedback, so thank you, Phoenix Griffin. I really do appreciate that. It is believed that this creature lives in a thick forest on top of mountainous areas, avoiding human beings. Bloody encounters do result after a meeting between a Matahungal and a human being, since the creature is known to rip a victim to pieces with its fangs. So, these things are really violent, so do not come across a Matahungal, because it will literally tear you to pieces with its tusks. So it has a bald head, shaggy coat, and huge fangs with a big mouth. And if you can tell by this picture, actually, no, I'm going to make this picture big so you guys can really get a good look at this thing's face, like right here. Or yeah, just look at this thing. That's horrifying. This thing is actually literally fucking horrifying. Oh no. Okay, good, we're still good. There is the Matahungal. Alright, let's talk about the Sarangay next. This was probably like one of the more recent ones that I posted on Tumblr. Actually, the most recent. Where the fuck is it? Here it is. Now, I don't know who did the art for any of these, so if you guys happen to know who made the art for any of these, just let me know so I can give credit and such, because this is a really cool piece. I know if you guys are probably thinking, like, when you see this picture of Parker, that's just the Minotaur from Greek mythology, you fucking poop-sniffing twat. No, this is, it's kind of similar, but it's a different creature. So the Sarangay is a creature resembling a bull with a huge muscular body and a jewel attached to its ears. When the Spanish first heard the story in the 17th century, they thought it was a minotaur, as the creature is depicted by the natives as half bull or male water buffalo and half man. A Sarangay stands more than 7 feet tall and weighs about 700 pounds. According to old folklore, Sarangay have a jewel or a precious gemstone in their ears that they are protecting. Those who try to steal it from them will be killed mercilessly. It was also said the Sarangay gets angry. When it gets angry, it emits smoke from its nose. So it's an angry minotaur. It has a gem in its ear. And if you try to take it, it's gonna kill you. Not in a nice way either. I'd say probably not as brutal as like the Saw movies, but it'll just destroy you. Like emaciate you. You'll just be dead. And when it gets angry, if you piss it off, you'll know you piss it off because smoke will be coming out of this fucker's nose, right? So that's the Sarangay. Oh, my nose just itches, man. Every time I'm down here, I feel like there could be like mold or something down here, but no, like every time I'm down here, my nose just gets irritated and just like itches like fucking crazy. So I do think there may be a mold issue in my basement that I need to probably get addressed at some point or looked at, because every time I'm down there, like, it's not even like the inside of my nose, it's just the outside of my nose just itches, which is kind of weird, but I feel like there could be mold in the basement that I need to get figured out, so we'll see what we can do with that. Alright. So we got 4 more left. We're going to finish early, I know that for a fact, but stay tuned after I'm done talking about these creatures, because I do have a question for you guys. and I'd appreciate your input. So we got 4 more left here, so stay tuned for the end because I have a huge favor to ask you guys at the end of this. As soon as I said that, someone got off the stream, so... Oh, that's funny. Alright. So we got the Tawi, which is this troll creature. In the Philippine mythology, despite having a body bigger than an ordinary man, the ogre-like Tawi, is it Tawi or Tawi? I don't know how to pronounce it really, is very agile. Its thunderous voice terrifies Morano hunters. It raids villages and devours people alive, but doesn't eat their eyeballs because it can't digest them for some reason. And a Tawi stands more than 9 feet tall and weighs 750 pounds. So, it's essentially a giant troll that attacks hunters, raids villages, kills people, but it can't eat their eyeballs because for whatever reason, this guy, he can't digest eyeballs, which is very, very odd. Alright, there's a Tawi. Now let's see, I want to talk about... let's talk about the Seokoi. This is another kind of odd one, and the art for this one's weird, but I love how they did it. So if you guys again know who made any of this art, let me know, or if it was you, comment below so I can give proper credit and everything. So we got this little guy. Well, actually, I need to make him bigger because the picture is really tiny. There we go. This is called the Seokoi. Are creatures in Philippine mythology which are members of the Bantay-Tubig merfolk. They are usually illustrated as green-skinned humanoids that have scaly bodies covered with webbed hands and feet. Well, no, they have scaly body coverings and they have webbed hands and feet. That makes more sense. Having fins in several parts of their bodies. Compared to the Sirena and Kata, who have human features, Sekoyois are of animalistic in physical form and structure. Some people describe the Sekuyoi as horrifying sea creatures with fish-like bodies and long green tentacles. They drown mortals and eat them, and have gill slits and are colored brown or green, and have scaly skin comparable to that of fishes. Intimidating aquatic animals such as eels, octopus, rays, and squids usually swim along with the Seokoi. So this thing it eats people, and as you can see, it's eating like a leg or an arm right here. Well, actually, no, it's got a leg right there, foot right there, arms. It's got something in each of its little tentacles, except these two right here. I guess those are like its, pleasurable tentacles. I don't know, but it's got something in almost all of its tentacles, and I just think that's cool. So it's essentially an evil mermaid. For me, Tawi Daddy. Okay, wait, we actually got one more left, and then I need to ask you guys a quick question. Oh my gosh, that thing's huge. Hey, shrink. So we're not looking at the little kid right there, we're looking at the giant thing that child is talking to. It's called the Capre. So a Capre in Philippine is a Philippine cryptid with the appearance of a phenomenally tall, long-legged god type of hairy humanoid that sits in big trees and smokes cigarettes. Awesome. It is often seen waiting for people as they walk along a path. It has been described as similar to the North American Bigfoot, but with more human characteristics, categorized as a tree demon. It is described as being 7 to 10 feet tall, brown, hairy male with a beard. Capres are normally described as smoking a very large ganja pipe. Oh, it's got the sweet ganja, man. I don't smoke ganja, but if any of you guys smoke ganja out there, shout out to you. But on a more serious note, don't do drugs, kids. They'll lead you down a slippery slope, and they're not good for you. I'm trying to think. Mothman would not want you to smoke ganja, so don't smoke ganja for Mothman. Don't do it for me. Do it for Mothman. Mothman loves you, and he would not want you to get in trouble or get hurt by smoking the ganja. So do it for Mothman, guys. Do it for Mothman.
whose strong smell would almost always attract human attention. The term Capre comes from the Arabic word kafir, meaning a non-believer in Islam. The early Arabs and Moors used it to refer to non-Muslim Indians who were dark-skinned. I feel like I may have just said, like, when reading that, I feel like that I may have just said a racial slur, and if I did, I'm so sorry. I was just reading it, and I've never heard that word used before at all, so I'm sorry. Capres are said to dwell in big trees like acacias, mangoes, bamboos, and banyan trees. It is also mostly seen sitting under those four trees. The capre is said to wear the indigenous northern Philippine loincloth known as a bahag, and according to some, it wears a belt which gives the capre the ability to be invisible to humans. In some versions, the capre is supposed to hold magical white stones smaller than the size of a quail egg. Should any person happen to obtain the stone, the capre could grant wishes. And they like to play pranks on people, and they like to help people out in the woods when they get lost, and they watch over farm animals and everything. So these are very, very nice, good creatures who smoke a little bit of ganja here and there, but don't let them influence you. Wait, is it really? Oh my shit. Whew. Well, shit, I do 100% apologize if that offended anyone. I have never heard that word before, and I just was reading it as it was described in the description of the creature, because that's like what the capre's name is derived from, and I was just reading that as a little fun fact. So yeah, if I did offend anybody with that, I had no idea, and I really do apologize for that. So I am so sorry for anybody who took offense to that. I was just reading it from the wiki page, so I'm sorry. So with that being said, guys, that is the last Philippine cryptid we're going to talk about today. So, for all of you people who stayed to the end of this, I do have a question for you guys. So, yeah. So, my question for you guys is, since I said this kind of earlier and there weren't a lot of people, now there's a good amount of people, so I'm going to ask it again. I have been wanting to do an ARG or an ARG at some point, and if you guys know what that is, it's like an alternate reality game. The most famous, like one of the more famous ones being kind of like The Sun Vanished on Twitter. And it's pretty much just like an alternate reality kind of like story thing that's like interactive with people and fans and everything, and they get to play along with it and everything and try to solve the mystery, essentially, like about like what's going on, what is this organization, or what is this and everything. I've been wanting to do one of those for a while. So would you guys like to see that? I just want to know, would you guys like to see that? And if you would, message me if you have any ideas, or if you would actually like to help out with this ARG, because I would really like to do one of these at some point. I have a couple ideas in my head, and I have some of my mods in my Cryptid server helping me out a little bit as well, trying to get ideas. But if anybody has ideas or actually would like to help me out and possibly be a part of this ARG, just let me know, because it's been something I've been kind of wanting to do. Oh, I will. Hey, also, E621, I feel bad because I don't know if you changed your name or not, but I don't know off the top of my head who you are, because E621, I don't know. But yeah, I'll definitely do that. But I would really, really love to do an ARG at some point. So if any of you guys have any ideas for that, anybody would like to help me with an ARG, I would greatly appreciate it. God, my nose is itching. So I would really, really appreciate it if anybody has any ideas or would like to take part in this ARG. I don't know like what platforms to do. Oh, Val, okay, you did change your name. Okay. Sorry about that. But yeah, I would like to do. Oh yeah. Oh, it's another account. Okay. But hey, subscribe to me on this one. I'll appreciate it. But I would like to do an ARG at some point. So I don't know what platforms I would really use. I was thinking maybe Twitter for one, like a Twitter one, just like on Twitter maybe like incorporate like another make another YouTube channel or something as well and incorporate that in there as well. But I would like to do an ARC because I do have a couple ideas in my head. There's one that I want to do that seems like a really, really good idea. I just have to kind of like get it out on paper and just kind of make it work. So we'll see. Because it is something that I really would like to do because they seem really fun and I am into cults and everything as well, so I might do like a cult-related ARG, or someone suggested a Mothman-related ARG. I could definitely do some kind of ARG with a cryptid at some point. But maybe I kind of want maybe for my first one, I don't know. Maybe for my first one, I'd like to do since I know like how to make cult stuff work, I can do probably like a good cult related ARG and all that stuff. So I don't know. It still stands right now. I'm still taking ideas, seeing if people would like to help. So yeah, if you guys would like to see some good ARGs right now, there are a couple good ones out. The Sun Vanish is always good. Dear David. Also, there's a newer one out that I suggest checking out that is really, really nice called Echo Rose. It is actually made by the same one by the person who did that one thing like about Daisy or whatever it was, the one girl like in her basement who raised that monster creature. It's the girl's cousin who did that, so check those out because those are really good. But Echo Rose is a really new one. It's a really good one. It's pretty much about like a cult bayou kind of thing. So I suggest checking that one out because I watched a video about it last night and it seems really, really cool. But I really would like to start an ARG is essentially what I'm getting at. So with that being said, if you guys like this video, be sure to hit that like button. Dislike it if you dislike it. I heard if you dislike this video, the ass swang will come with his tongue and he will find like some random orifice in your body and stick his tongue up it. And if you don't want that to happen, the only way to ward off the ass swang, I heard, is to hit a like on this video. And also, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to become a member of the Crypto Crew today. And always, guys, if you have suggestions for videos or live streams or cryptid ratings, I always take those into account. So I always read my comments. So comment below, and I would greatly appreciate it. Also, after this video, I'm going to be putting links to my social media in the description below. So feel free to join my Discords, email me, tweet at me, Facebook. I haven't really updated Facebook in a while, but I'm going to try to get back onto it soon. And I also have like an Instagram, at Tumblr. Tumblr is where I really started from, so feel free to check out any of those in the link in the description below, guys. And oh yeah, Falric, also, while you're here, I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, how are those, any update on the patch situation? Because, oh, oops, wrong way, because I got that one in the background, but any update on the patch situation? Because, I don't know, it would be cool to kind of get, like, some more patches out there at some point, so... But yeah, this was a good stream. I'm probably going to film a cryptid ratings after this, and I might, I don't know, at some point I'm going to do a video for my second channel, Parker's Plights. I'm going to probably talk about, like, I'm going to talk about probably my first bar experience, on... Alright, so yeah, the store is down for the patches right now, but whenever he gets a embroidery machine, the store will be back open. So the patches are gone as of right now, but yeah, they will be back up at some point in the future. So when we don't know yet, but they'll be back. So thank you guys so much for coming out to the stream. It's been a good welcome back kind of stream for me in a way, because like I took that week off and everything, so it's been pretty good to be back. So thank you guys so much for coming out and supporting the stream. I'm going to film a cryptid ratings after this, so be prepared for that sometime tomorrow. And with that being said, guys, I hope you guys have a great, safe week, and I hope you guys had a great weekend, and I will see you all in the next video. So you've been watching Cryptocast. I've been your host, Parker. Stay spooky, guys, and I'll see you